Hi, I'm going to be making the Donny shirt. I've printed out the pattern. I'm going to just lengthen it slightly because it's designed to sit on the hip on the sit on the hip line. I'm like, I just need it just like a bit longer. So I'm going to be just adding that bit. I'm going to cut and paste some length into that pattern. And then I'm going to sew it. But first things first, I need to pick a fabric. So stick with me while I pick a fabric. I'm thinking maybe a vintage sheet. So I actually find choosing fabric the hardest thing to do. So stick with me and we'll pick a fabric and sew it. I have this one. I definitely don't think I have got the confidence at the moment to wear such a cute fabric. So I think that will be another time. I have this one, but I think this is white with blue, whereas this is blue with blue, even though it looks a bit lilac. No. I have this one, but I think I might make the pattern first to see how because it's got some lines and structure in there, so I might pass on that one this time. I have this one, which is I got from the secondhand store. I'm not quite sure. It's more like a drill cotton. It's quite thick. So I might see how it goes for drape, but after I've made it on with a sheet first. This used to be a curtain. I cut the rings off. Now this one is a distinct possibility. I kind of really like this one. It's kind of like got a creamy beige background. That's going to go in the, I think maybe. But yeah, like I just got an old curtain. I went through my cupboard and I just cut off the tabs. And it's a curtain. I also picked this up at the op shop. We call them op shops here in Australia. I think you might call them thrift stores, but you go op shopping. And I think this one cost me, it's $5. It was pretty expensive for a sheet, but it's pretty cool. I would probably wear this one. I think this is going to go in the maybe pile. And then I was going through my cupboard and I found this linen. Oh, they've all fallen off. Linen. So more a summer thing, I think. Because linen's expensive, I might make it with the vintage sheets first and then come back to that one when I'm confident. So hang on, let me just pick them all up. Right, here they are. Which one can I just pop on with my black jeans and go, yeah, that one? Which one out of those two? Eeny, meeny. This one's pushed itself to the front. Maybe I should do this one first. Maybe, because that one's automatically. What I might do, no, what, you know, I really want this to be a shirt, but I've only got one curtain. This is like a big double bed sheet and I really like this, so I might make that out of this with the changes to the length. I'm going to add that much to the length, see how it goes, and then come back and make a whole stack more. Because you know what, I'm thinking of going out and getting a job instead of just being, oh, it's actually sorry to distract you, it's actually a doona cover. It's got the little poppers. But to get a job, I need to get out of my mum wardrobe and have some shirts. And I think the Donny shirt's going to be awesome for that. It's got the collar. But if I've got the added length, I think it's going to be cool. So, all right. So I'm going to cut that hopefully tonight. And then tomorrow you can rejoin me and we can sew this. Okay. Okay, so I have been busy cutting. Do you know what? The prep work in anything is a killer. It just takes so long, and I don't have a crafty space. I'm in the kitchen, so I've got, you know, it's like the pantry and stuff there, and it's just I've got a small space to cut things. And anyway, I cut that last night, and today I was just finishing cutting it because I made a mistake, and that's what happens. That's what happens when you're using like vintage fabric. You don't realize that there might be a smudge or something until you cut it out and you go, oh, there's a great big smudge on it and I can't get rid of it. I'm going to have to cut another piece. But we have a collar. I have done the collar. And I've done the basting stitch onto that. Oh, speaking of the collar, I thought this was a cotton sheet until I was ironing the interfacing onto the collar. And can you see it? Yeah, that was not. It was on the cotton setting, and if it was on the cotton setting, I wouldn't do that. That's my test piece I've been using for test piece. So I had to cut another collar. But anyway, we have a collar now. So one collar. No, it goes. Anyway, we've got the collar done. I have done the stay stitching on the neck and stuff like that, like you were supposed to. I have just done the pocket, and I'm following the instructions, I think, yeah. And I've just attached the pocket to the front. It's kind of cute. So now I just have to sew that on. And I had to rethread my serger or my overlocker because it had black thread on it. And so that's, where's that? It's down here next to me, so I can do the seams. So I'll just, I'll bring my sewing machine over and I'll sew the pocket on. And you know what, like, I'm starving. It's oh God, it's like almost 1 o'clock. I have to pick the kids up just after 2, so. Okay, so I'll sew this on. I'll have a break. I'll have a cup of tea, and then I'll come back. And then I'll do whatever's next. So stick with me and we'll sew this together. I even marked out the seam allowance, and I've actually put some masking tape there. I couldn't find any washi tape, so. But yeah, we're just going to sew this now. So I've done the little corners a little bit wonky on here for the bottom of the pocket, but I'm okay with that. I did try to fix it and fiddle it, but the iron was hot and it was burning my fingers. So in the end, if I'm okay with it and it's my project, then I'm going to go with it. And I only happened to notice because I was measuring it. I had to measure out, and I was like, oh, they're slightly different. All right, we have a pocket. Yay! Okay, so now I'm onto the collar. If I can find the center notch. I've skipped ahead. I've done when I'm at the iron, I try to do all the things that's supposed to be done at the iron. Now, let me guess. Is this one? And that's. Where's this piece? So there's a marking, there's a center notch there, there's a notch at the back. Okay, all right. So this one must be here. Does that make sense? You know what I've discovered by doing this is that, can you see how see-through it is? I'm like gonna have to buy a camisole to go underneath it. Anyway, test pieces are test pieces. All right, so where's this mark here? I'm guessing this must be, the centers that notch must be for that seam. Makes sense. Notch to the seam. And where does this one go? I'm sure there's a notch here somewhere. Come on, little notchy notch. There's a little notch. I'm guessing that bit is there. I could probably go back and actually read the pattern to double check, but it kind of works. It kind of works if I go like that. Look at that, that works. Who needs to read a pattern when you can kind of wing it? Maybe I'll do it on this side. Turn it around. So then we've got a notch along here somewhere. Where are you, little notchy? There you are. I'm guessing that will go there. And then that will ease in. All right, okay, I can do that. All right, well, I will do all this because off screen, because this is kind of just, you know, boring pinning. And then we'll see how we go for the next steps. Okay, so I actually went and read the pattern. I have to sew this on 1/4 inch from the edge. Now, that's a 3/8. I have to make my cup of tea. I'm going to knock it. That's a 3/8. So I'm going to have to do it sort of. We'll try to, maybe we'll do it on this basting line. Now we're at one of the big steps. I'm going to attach the 2 large pieces. So I previously have gone ahead and joined the facing to the inner back yoke, and now I'm going to attach those pieces to this piece. So I've got a lot of matching up to do. The designer has actually got a really good video tutorial on how to do this, so rather than see me painstakingly fiddle around with my notches, I'm just going to pause it here and we'll come back when I've done it and I've sewn it all together. So I just did the collar and the attachment of the interfacing and all that jazz, and I think it worked. It looks okay. Wow. I think I may have held my breath while I did it. I'm going to trim a few seams, but on both sides it looks alright. Looks like I caught everything. It's only a tiny, tiny, tiny little pucker. Oh, there's another, look, I don't know, tiny little pucker, but anyway. I'm impressed with it. I mean, that was hard work. So that's the, you're looking at the inside, and this is the outside, so it goes like, no it doesn't, hang on. Alright, get off me. Okay, it goes like this, and I can have an Elvis collar if it keeps it being stiff. And then, yeah, okay. Alright, now to go and look and see what next. Okay, so now I went back and had a look at the instructions and oopsie, made a boo-boo. I stitched, it says a tiny, where's the tiny little dot there? I was supposed to stitch to there and I stitched all the way down. So, I mean, that's easily fixed. It would be a lot easier fixed if I actually knew where my seam ripper was. I mean, I have two. You'd think they'd be like somewhere, but they're not. So anyway, I will somehow undo these and fix my boo-boo and go along to the next step and finish off joining the facings together. Then I can sew the front seams together, and then hopefully it will start to look more like a top. And maybe I should start looking at the instructions a bit more rather than going gung-ho. I mean, I wondered why they had the dots there. I just thought it was a pinpoint, not a sew point. All right, so I'm going to undo all this and fix my boo-boo and get back on track. Okay, I fiddled and around with it, and now that is the front facing seam all joined together, and that is the front seam. So it will, once ironed, sit like that. That looks better, doesn't it? All right, so looking much better. So now I'm notching seams on, oh, I've lost it. Where's the neckline gone? Oh my gosh. I love how like the designer does it and she knows exactly what part of the fabric she's doing. And I'm like, oh no. Anyway, I feel like if I'm up to notching seams, then I feel like I'm getting somewhere. All right, it's got to be the case. All right, so this is the neckline. Right, I have to notch these so they sit flat when I iron it. Oh man, I had to go find my sticking scissors because my sewing scissors are not sharp enough. So these are my sticking scissors. These are actually knitting scissors, but they're really awesome for nice sharp point. I don't know which line is. There's so many lines of stitching. I don't know which one is the final. That one. Okay, so I can cut to that one. I was cutting to the basting stitch. Okay. Whew. Tell you what, it's better be worth it. I'm sure it will be. I mean, for a see-through top, I can't believe that this top is going to be like see-through. I mean, I know I wear layers anyway, but it'd be nice just to be able to do something right for once. I don't know. But anyway, like I said, you know, like in the start of the show, I kept showing all the different fabrics and I couldn't make up my mind. So considering how I've made a few boo-boos on this, this is definitely my test piece. What do they call it? A muslin. I don't like that word because that makes it sound like you're just going to put it in the cupboard. I don't know. I think if you do your test piece in nice fabric, then, you know, you're going to wear it. Hopefully. Even if it's, I mean, this is made from a bed sheet, so even if I don't really like it, wear it outside, it's made from a bed sheet. I can wear it in bed. All right, oh, I stepped all the way across. There you go, look, talking to you made it work go fast. Okay, so now I have to give it a good iron. So this is the short bit is the back. Oh look, here look, maybe this will help. Maybe it'll help me more than you, I don't know. And this is the collar. No, this is the collar. Well, no, this is the facing. This is the collar. This is, oh, I see. Look at that. Okay, so I now have to iron it. And so then we've got this all flat. And then it starts to look like something. Tiny little pocket, shoulders. Okay, all right, okay. Are you still here with me this far? You know what, if you're still here with me, give me a like, give me a subscribe. Help me keep going. All right, I'm gonna go and I have to fire up the iron because, you know, I always turn it off. I only turn it on when I need it. I'm not sure if that's what you're supposed to do because it's just a normal iron. It's not a sewing iron. So I shall go do that. And I have to go make some bread dough for dinner. So while that is warming up again, the iron, I will start the bread dough and then I can go back to this and then iron this. All right, so oh gosh, it's coming along. All right. Okay, so now I'm into pinning the front facing down to just give it that final touch. And she kind of makes it look easy, but also it'd be good to have the confidence of the designer, right? Oh, come on, let go of it. No. Oh, see, look, even the rubbish scraps don't want me to do it. So I've got to pin this down here really carefully. All right, pin number 1's done. Also, I noticed that the designer's got a great big table to do it on, and I'm on the kitchen table. And how come? And her yoke was nice and flat, or whatever this bit's called. What's this bit called? The facing. Oh well, we'll see how we go. Oh, okay, so it's going to hide everything. All right, so we can fold this under. All right, I don't know if you can see, but we're not going to pay attention to the yucky bit there. We're going to ignore that bit. All right, so if we're going to sew in the sewing machine this, maybe we'll have to go this way. I don't know. Okay, let's try this. these bits here. Right, I had to unpick that, so I've got some stray threads. Match this open up. All right, so anyway, I'll keep pinning it, and then I've got to top stitch it. Awesome. I just flicked it over to see how my pinning was, and I've got this little bit of a bump here, but I think when I press it, I can actually press it out like here and get rid of that little bump in the V-neck. I don't think there's much that I can do about that now, because hopefully that will be like in the collar there. I'm not sure how to get rid of that. But yeah, we'll see how we go. One of the pins pricked me, so now I'm bleeding, but I've done it, and I've realized that my top stitch thread actually doesn't really match, but it's white, so you can't really see it anyway. But whew, I don't know what that was that fell on the floor, but look at that. Is it starting to look like a shirt? So I'm actually going to finish all the rest of this off probably tonight. I probably won't film it because it gets really dark early here, about 4:30 at the moment, due to the weather. So I'll finish it all off and when off camera, and then I will come back and, well, hopefully I will come back and do it today. Look what I'm wearing. Okay, so I need another cup of tea now after that. That was stressful. And they call it top stitching, but like, you know, when you the thread and the bobbin actually is you know, it's still white, and the top stitch I would associate being the one that's in the you know, what's this called, the one up the top. But anyway, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Anyway, I have to start thinking about going collecting the kids. All right, see ya. I finished it. Now, it fits really well. The length I added is really good. Actually, my kids are home, so I might get them to see if they can take a better photo for me. I decided to wear it like I would actually wear it with my cami. I have a long cami that I wear because it's cold here, and I think it looks really, really good. Now the question is, tell me, does it look old nannish? Should I wear it in public? Big question. I look at it and I think, oh, do I look like have I graded my nan's wardrobe? So please tell me, should I wear it in public? Alright, I'll see if I can get some better shots of it. But yeah, I'm really happy with the fit. It's really comfy. I didn't have that little weird bit down here. It's comfy, it's pull on, good sleeve lengths. But yeah, just tell me, is it nannish? Did I grade my nan's wardrobe? Should I wear it in public? Anyway, I'm happy with it. Yay!